Jordan, is there any bigger tasks than playing Sydney this weekend?
Not at the moment. It seems they're a very good team. They're in great form, and they're obviously a very good side for a reason. And we're looking forward to the challenge this week.
Anyone you're rubbing your hands together and hopefully go head to head with?
Not in particular, not really. No, I think as a collective, we're looking forward to taking them on. So at the moment, we haven't really gone through much oppo. We've only just reviewed our game from the weekend, so I think we'll get down to that this week.
Key takeaways in regards to the review for you?
Obviously the way we connected forward to centre, we generated a lot of score from turnover in our front half, so it was a bit of a positive over the weekend, and without going into too much depth, it was pretty positive.
Chance to get a scalp. Do you think it's important that to prove your credentials against a club like Sydney?
I think it's just important to win as many games as you can throughout the year. I don't think anyone in particular is more important than anyone. I think in the games these day and age, it's any team on any given day is a pretty good challenge. So it's obviously be nice to knock over the team at the top of the ladder, but we don't put any more weight on this game than any of the games we've played this year.
Or give you confidence if you're able to beat the top team?
Absolutely. Obviously, there's still a long way to go in the season, though. We've only played 8 games, so I think it'll be a nice win, but there's a lot of work to be done before we can get excited about taking the 4 points off them.
You didn't do much today, and I doubt you'll do much tomorrow or the next day with a 5-day break. Like, what's the approach to looking after your legs?
Yeah, no, to be honest, the boys love the 5-day breaks because you don't train as much, less meetings, so it's great. We're all excited to get back out there. We all feel pretty good, and coming off a strong win, spirits are pretty high.
So did you generally like it's 5 days, 6 days, everyone talks about it, the damage you can do to you. Like, what are your thoughts on the fixture the way it's...
I think it's great. I love them. The shorter the breaks, the better, because I don't like sitting in meeting rooms, so it's great getting back out there and playing footy. It's what we're paid to do, and it's what we all love doing. So, the general feel amongst the group is we're pretty excited, ready to go, and main train tomorrow. So, it's a good vibe.
Looks likely to be wet on Friday night. Jordan, you think that's going to negate some of your aerial abilities, or bring the teams closer together, or give you any favours, perhaps?
Naturally, when it's wet, the aerial side of the game obviously drops away a bit. Not particularly just our team, but in the game, I suppose. And I think nothing will change. Our focuses going into the game won't be focused around the weather or anything like that. So, I don't think it'll be reading into too much about the weather.
About a month on from the infamous Carlton game. How do you reflect looking back on now, at the moment, the attention afterwards, the whole kit and caboodle?
Yeah, to be honest, I've forgotten about it. It happened that long ago, and got beat up to be something that probably didn't need to be at the time. And I got a pretty good support group around me, so opinions that don't really matter to me don't seem to faze me too much. Obviously, there was a bit of heat around for a while, and the first few days you sort of walking on eggshells a bit, but once you crack down the nuts and bolts and realise that those opinions don't really matter to you, you crack on and get your hands dirty and keep playing footy.
Did you have to do anything about relationship with the umpires or anything like that, given what was talked about in some of that background stuff?
No, absolutely not. No, obviously competitors, and at times in the game, moments in the game like that, I've heard multiple players swear in those situations, and unfortunately I was called out for it, so is what it is, and we move on.
In terms of the noise around it, it's been spoken about. Adam Simpson last night said that they've had to go to the police about some of the things that have been said to their players by fans, social media, all that sort of stuff. Did you cop it?
You cop it from everyone. Walking down the street and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, like I said, I got a good support group around me, and my family, my friends, my girlfriend, and that. So I was able to move on pretty quickly and keep playing footy. So nothing too much to read into there. I think people that need to make those comments probably a big reflection upon them. So I didn't read into it too much.
Is it an issue the way players are treated on the phones and socially and all that sort of stuff, do you feel?
Absolutely. I think so. Without the right to reply, and it seems to be, you get in a bit of strife if you speak your mind. So I think there needs to be more protection of players, certainly, with social media and that sort of thing, whether it be racial, homophobic, or, just generally attacking someone. I think, it has to be more protection for sure.
So do you check yourself to stop you from... I imagine you want to reply, and sometimes you probably start typing and have to stop, I would have thought, and not get back to people. Like, how do you handle those moments when you're copying it and you want to reply but can't?
Well, technically I don't really have to reply. All my social media stuff I've locked down so no one can actually message me. So like I said before, it comes back to my supporter base, and my friends and family are the only ones that can contact me, and that's for the main reason that they're the only ones I listen to. So, yeah, like I said, it's not really that important to me.
Is it sad that it's got to that point, though, that you have to lock down your social media so that people can't contact you?
I think you could look at it that, but also I just look at it as part and parcel of the business. It happens, and it's almost normal these days, and you just take it in your stride and keep going.
Justin was speaking a little bit about umpires blowing the whistle for Jai and protecting him a little bit more. Copped it pretty badly, I guess, against Richmond. Does that come up in sort of the team meeting in terms of protecting your teammate a little bit more?
Absolutely. I think wherever you can, you got to try and protect him. But there's only so much you can do once he's grabbed in a headlock off the ball. You can't really do much, and no one's standing around him. So. I think it happens in every game. He's a good player. He's a very talented young player, and teams will go after him because he has such an impact on games, and that's just natural in our sport. And I think every team does it. As long as it's fair and within the rules, I don't see a massive problem with it.
I think it might have been David King was talking about the love of the Docker dash off the back line. Is that something that you take ownership, and maybe Brandon Walker as well, that you see as part of your game, and the Dockers, I guess, changing that sort of brand into fast attacking footy?
To be honest, it's the first I've ever heard of it. And none of our plans have changed. There's no greater focus on ball movement and taking the game on. It's been the same for us for the last couple of years as a back line, and just happened to be last year we weren't able to perform up to the standard we want to, and we're trying to get back to that. So we don't put our focus on to just attacking off half back and taking the game on at all costs. It's naturally just happening off the way we're defending.
Do you feel any extra responsibility this year? Obviously, with Youngie moving into the midfield, you're kind of the main distributor. Are you enjoying that role?
I wouldn't say I'm the main distributor, no, but I'm enjoying my role this year. Yeah, I think it's with Youngie moving up into the midfield, it has given me a chance to get the ball in my hands a little bit more, which is something I relish. But there's 5 other blokes out there on the ground at any one time helping me out and helping the team out just as much as me. So I don't think it's on me or anyone in particular. I think as a group and as a club, we're shouldering the load, and it's looking good for us.
I guess the team held Richmond to, I think it was 12 points at halftime on the weekend, which is the lowest score you ever conceded at halftime at the G. How much confidence and sort of pride is there in the back line at the moment?
Yeah, again, that's the first I've heard of that as well. And we tend to not read into those figures too much. We sort of thought on the weekend that we probably didn't defend as well as we probably should have. Richmond probably could have hurt us a fair bit more if they had tied off a few of the looks they got. So, we actually come out of the game and thought that we could tidy up a few areas. And, like I said, they could have put a few more goals on the board because of our, little breakdowns at times. So, we won't be reading too much into what happened on the weekend.
James Jordan from Sydney, he went to Lachie Whitfield on the weekend and sort of restricted his impact at half back. Have you noticed any sort of attention, or do you expect any based on your start to the season?
Not really. At the end of the day, I'm there to defend. And whether he comes to me or he doesn't come to me, or anyone that comes and stands next to me, I'm there to stop him kicking goals. So that's my main objective. And the other stuff going the other way is just a sort of a bonus, really. So my mindset won't change too much. Defend first, stop him from scoring, and then try and get involved.